Have you ever stopped to wonder um, what actually happens to your data when you're online? I mean, who's collecting it all? Who's using it? And maybe more importantly, who's actually profiting from it? Because let's be honest, while these huge companies are, making bank from our personal information, people like us, we rarely see a single penny. So today we're doing a deep dive into Gener8. It's an app, also a browser extension, and it aims to flip that script. Gener8 promises to give you more control over your own data and even a way to earn rewards from it. Sounds pretty good, right? Maybe almost too good.
It's definitely a bold promise, yeah. And our mission today is really to unpack that. We want to explore Generate's core idea, understand how it actually works as what they call a personal information management system, and crucially, what are real users actually experiencing,
Yeah.
on the ground. The big question we're trying to answer is this like a genuine step towards reclaiming your digital identity, or is it maybe something a bit more complex?
Yeah, that's the perfect way to frame it. Okay, so let's start with that core philosophy. They're basically built on this idea that your data, the stuff that's being monetized by, well, everyone else should actually be in your hands. It's quite a powerful concept when you think about it, almost revolutionary in today's digital world.
Absolutely. And it directly challenges the big players. What's really fascinating is how they try to shift that power, framing themselves as a personal information management system, or PMS. It's not just about, say, blocking trackers. It's meant to be about active participation, choice. They aim to show you what data your apps collect, visualize it. And here's the kicker. You can choose to share anonymized data, and in return, you earn their points, Gener8 points. Often this means seeing Gener8's ads instead of the ones you'd normally see. But, well, it does raise a really important question, doesn't it? Is it really reclaiming your data if it's still being monetized just, by someone else? What are your thoughts on that tension?
That's a brilliant point. Because, yeah, on one hand, you get more visibility, maybe a slice of the pie. But on the other, the basic model, data monetization, it's still there, isn't it? It suggests that even this anonymized data, when you pull it together from loads of users, still has like significant commercial value. So maybe individuals get a small piece of a pie that was previously just eaten whole by corporations, but the pie itself, monetizing personal info, that's still the main ingredient. So if Gener8 is taking this anonymized data, how do people actually use the points they get? What's the reward beyond just seeing different ads?
Exactly. And the incentive is being able to actually spend those points. Once you've gathered enough, you can redeem them for various rewards. We're talking things like gift cards, Amazon seems popular, exclusive discounts, maybe gadgets sometimes, or you can donate to charity. So the core idea is you're directly benefiting in a tangible way from the value your data generates.
Wow, okay, so you actually see the data they have on you and then potentially get paid for letting them use an anonymized version. I can see how that would be the real game changer for a lot of people. But beyond just the earning side, Generate also talks a lot about control and choice. That feels crucial too. How do they actually put the user in the driver's seat there?
Yeah, that's definitely a key part of their promise. They really emphasize being privacy first. They claim no data leaves your device without you explicitly saying okay. Any insights about your data, apparently generated right there on your device. Only anonymized, sort of aggregated data might be shared back with the company. And they give you two clear modes to operate in. There's privacy mode. In that mode, the extension or app just blocks companies from tracking you. Simple. No data shared, but also no points earned. Then there's rewards mode. That's where you, the user, actively agree, okay, share my anonymized data with Gener8. And that lets them monetize it for you, and that's how you earn those points we mentioned. It really is presented as an active choice you have to make.
That distinction, privacy mode versus rewards mode, that sounds really important. And it gives people a clear fork in the road, how they want to engage. Now, thinking about those rewards, is Generate's marketplace the place you spend points available everywhere? Or is it more focused on one region? Like, where does it really shine for users wanting to cash in?
That's an excellent question, and yeah, it really shapes the user experience quite a bit. While Gener8 itself, the app and extension, is available globally, its rewards marketplace is primarily centered on users in the UK, the United Kingdom. So if you're in other countries, you can still use the app, you can check your data, you can earn points for charity donations, that works. But the direct consumer rewards, the gift cards, the gadgets, the discounts, those are much more limited outside the UK. That's definitely a crucial detail for anyone thinking about signing up internationally.
Right, that makes a huge difference depending on where you are. Okay, so we've heard the big promises, how it's supposed to work in theory. But what's the reality check? What are actual users saying about using Generate? Because as we often find, right, user feedback can be, Well, a bit mixed when these new models pop up.
That's absolutely where the critical thinking comes in.
Yeah.
You're right. Look, many users seem to appreciate the core concept, earning from their data. They like that.
Yeah.
And they often find the app itself pretty easy to use,
Yeah.
which is a big plus for getting people on board. It feels like a genuine attempt to, put some power back in their hands. However, there are definitely some common criticisms that pop up again and again, particularly around the rewards side of things.
Ah, okay. That's often where the rubber meets the road with these platforms, isn't it? What are some of the biggest pain points people mention?
Well, a really big one seems to be just the difficulty of redeeming rewards. You hear reports quite often that the popular stuff, like Amazon gift cards, they're in extremely limited stock. They apparently sell out almost instantly, makes them incredibly hard to actually claim. It sounds like it becomes a bit of a race against time, which understandably frustrates a lot of users. There are also some reports saying the cost of rewards and Generate points has gone up over time. And as for earning potential, well, while some people have managed to get valuable rewards, others feel the number of points you earn is pretty low, and that the overall value you get back isn't always substantial, especially maybe compared to the effort or what they feel their data should be worth.
Hmm. Yeah, that sounds like a classic supply and demand issue hitting that rewards marketplace hard. I seem to remember there was also some kind of hurdle just to get into the marketplace at one point, something about referrals.
You're right, yeah. For a while, they had this policy, a referral system. Basically, the marketplace, where you redeem rewards, was only accessible if you'd referred a certain number of friends to Gener8. And that, as you can imagine, was a pretty significant point of frustration for many. It felt like an extra barrier to getting the very thing that attracted them in the first place, the rewards. I believe that policy has been relaxed since then, but it definitely soured the experience for some early users.
Right. So, okay, putting it all together. On one hand, Generate paints this really exciting picture. You, the individual, taking back control, maybe even profiting from your own data. That's the dream scenario. But then on the other hand, the actual user experience seems to have some bumps in the road, especially around actually getting those rewards that are the main draw for many. It's a really interesting tension.
It is. And if we sort of zoom out and connect this to the bigger picture, it really underscores this ongoing, well, battle, I suppose, over data ownership and who gets to monetize it. And Gener8 gives us a tangible example of one possible future where individuals might have more agency. But it also really highlights the complexities, the challenges involved in truly shifting that power dynamic.
Yeah.
It shows that even when you reclaim your data, often its value is still unlocked through aggregation and, yeah, still through monetization. This model just aims to give you a more direct cut, perhaps.
Which really raises a final important question for you listening. If a company like Generate can offer you rewards, even small ones, for your data,
Hmm.
what does that tell you about the actual inherent value of your digital footprint? And what responsibility do you think companies should have in making that value clearer and maybe more accessible to you? Definitely something to chew on as you navigate the digital world.